May I come in, sir?
Please come in.
Yes.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Good morning,
Please
sir.
take a seat.
Good morning, sir.
Technically afternoon, but please take a seat anyway.
Thank you.
Okay, briefly introduce yourself to us.
Yes, sir. Sir, my name is SUMIT Kumar Gupta. I am from Purnia, Bihar. I've done my schooling from Sainik School, Gwalpara, Assam. Thereafter, I pursued my BA LLB from National University of Juridical Sciences, Kolkata. And my hobbies and interest includes playing volleyball and badminton.
Excellent.
Yes, Sumit,
Yes.
BA LLB from NUJS. Then you have worked with Cyril Amarchand Mangaldas.
Yes.
This was only on probation or what? 4 months only?
Only for 5 months, sir.
Okay. This is one of the bigger law firms
Yes.
in the country. So what did you learn there? Was there this court work or it was research or what?
Sir, mostly my work was related to due diligence and research work, wherein I was involved in contract drafting. Regarding sir learning aspect, there were a multi-pronged learning curve from my experience at camp. The first one is that the attention to detail while drafting. Second one is the team cohesion, which I built upon.
Okay, now tell us about the details of collegium system, whether my view is that, and this is the view of many in the country,
Yes.
including the government,
Yes.
that the judiciary has hijacked the basic structure of constitution, the separation of power, which is the basic structure of constitution, has been thrown to the winds. And judiciary has usurped everything, all the power to itself. Now you can give your views on this.
Certainly, sir, it is a matter of concern, wherein there has been certain instances wherein the judiciary have been involved in the judicial overreach. And sir, going forward in that aspect, I believe there should be overall reform in the collegium system in implementation of the National Judicial Appointment Commission. And also, I believe the Judicial Standard and Accountability Bill of 2010 should be revived so that a proper oversight mechanism over the judiciary.
You have heard of Constitution 99th Amendment. It was shot
Yes.
down by judiciary. Was
Yes.
this a right step? Because that was the time to bring in the much needed reform.
Yes.
And instead of suggesting to form a system with
Yes.
the government to improve upon that, NJSC that was proposed in the constitutional amendment, they simply, without saying anything, shot it down.
Yes.
So was it a correct step?
Sir, I would humbly like to disagree with the Supreme Court that it was not a correct step, especially the current scenario as well as in the past, wherein there has been talks about Uncle Kith syndrome in the judiciary and the lack of accountability.
So you tell us what should have been done at that stage when it was brought NJSC. If Supreme Court disagreed with some provision,
Yes.
what should have been done ideally? Because it is not you or me kind of situation.
Yes.
Supreme Court or judiciary is required to work in a democracy with other organs of government, with understanding for bettering the governance,
Yes.
for improving it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So do you think it was very arbitrary?
On the part of Supreme Court? Yes, sir. I believe it was arbitrary because the government came out with a bill and there should have been wide stakeholder consultation, deliberations on the same before scrapping down of that bill. And rather, I believe a middle path can be adopted in this process, wherein, for example, for the appointment of the senior advocate in the Supreme Court, we follow very objective parameters such as advocacy, contribution to jurisprudence.
So what is the option now?
Yes, sir.
What is the option with the court and with the government
Yes.
at this stage? What should be done?
Sir, first one is that there should be proper exchange of dialogue, wherein middle path can be adopted. Secondly,
Should the move be made by the judiciary or by the government?
sir, ideally, since we are following a parliamentary democracy, so the move should be made from the legislature itself.
Okay, we stop here. You belong to Purnia.
Yes.
Purnia. Now, Purnia used to have a serious problem of flood by Koshi earlier.
Yes.
Now, does it continue still?
So it continues. However, it has been minimized to a certain extent.
Okay, what is Kosi project? It has been announced recently. What will it bring?
Sir, first of all, it is a river interlinking project wherein both the river Kosi as well as Mechi would be interlinked. Secondly, it is going to reduce the cases of floods which are there during the meandering of the.
So what it will do, which rivers will it link, and whether it will get irrigation or power production or water supply, what all will be there in this project?
Sir, I have heard about the interlinking project and it is going to reduce the flood mechanism. However, I'm not very sure about the other aspect of it.
You should be sure, no? You should read because this concerns your birthplace.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I'll read on the same. Sir.
There is another story on the water. Now, the Bangladesh present advisor, while visiting China,
Yes.
He has offered to China Tista project fully.
Yes.
Now, whether he is empowered, whether he has any power over Tista, and like what has China, how has China responded? What is that Tista in the first place?
So Tista is a river which flows through the states such as Sikkim, West Bengal, and then it goes to the Bangladesh and ultimately draining itself to the Bay of Bengal.
Mm-hmm.
And there has been some irregularities regarding the sharing of the Tista river as well as disputes.
Who is the upper riparian state in Tista, in case of Tista? You know the theory of riparian states?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Who is the upper riparian state?
Sir, I believe it is West Bengal and Sikkim.
State, I mean country.
Yes, sir. India.
Okay.
And ultimately the river flows down to Bangladesh.
Okay, and what is the international convention and law on river water sharing between the interstate rivers? I mean inter-country rivers. What is the law convention? Are you aware of that? Because this has legal connotation.
Yes. Sorry, sir, I'm not aware right now.
Okay. You should be aware, no? Please
Yes.
read that.
Yes.
Because I think Muhammad Yunus has no power over this.
Yes.
And if China is happily lapping up, China will make a fool of itself, no? Because India controls full, being the upper riparian state.
Yes.
And India has to decide how it has to be managed, because India can keep all the water also
Yes.
of Tista river.
Yes.
Won't send any water to Bangladesh. So
Yes.
that is the position.
Yes.
So you please read that carefully.
Yes.
And I stop at this point. Okay.
Yes.
All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, before getting into the questions which I thought that I will ask you, I will go back to my colleague's question about on Tista.
Yes.
Now, suppose there is during the discussion yesterday was 28th, yes, yesterday Professor Dr. Muhammad Yunus met Xi Jinping,
Yes.
and the Tista barrage issue was discussed.
Yes.
Though the former Prime Minister, deposed Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina had signed a memorandum of understanding with Government of India on this issue.
Yes.
Now, if an agreement is signed,
Yes.
listen to my question very carefully.
Yes.
If an agreement is signed between the present chief advisor of Government of Bangladesh
Yes.
and the government of People's Republic of China,
Yes.
will it be legally valid in future?
Sir, I believe it will not be legally valid in the future. The first one is that, as you have mentioned, that Bangladesh has already signed a memorandum of understanding with India. So any agreement in violation of the same would go against the legal tenacity of.
That's not an agreement, that's a memorandum of understanding.
Yes.
You know, there's a difference between memorandum of understanding and an agreement.
Yes.
Memorandum of understanding is we agree to do it. There's not agreement.
Yes.
But agreement is an agreement. My question was,
Yes.
if an agreement is signed,
Yes.
will it be valid in future?
Sir, for any agreement to be valid, there should be democratically elected government in the state so as to enter into agreement. So if you talk about the jurisdiction as well as the legal tenacity of the agreement itself, then I believe in the legal terms, it would be void ab initio, since Muhammad Yunus is not an elective.
Yes, this is the answer. Exactly. Very good. Very good. But previously you were giving me wrong answers, isn't it? India has signed. When I explained to you MOU and agreement, then you got the point. Anyway, Trump is insisting on acquiring Greenland,
Yes.
even if he is to use force.
Yes.
Will it be legal?
No, sir, it will not be legal because it goes against the Article 2, Clause 4 of the UN Charter, against the threat or use of force by one country over the another. Secondly, Greenland has signed an agreement with Denmark, wherein only through the referendum as well as agreement of the people itself, it can cede any of the
What
territory.
is the status of Greenland in Denmark? You said that Greenland has signed an agreement. What is the status of Greenland in Denmark?
Sir, I'll have to read on the same.
It's an autonomous region
Yes.
under Denmark. Okay. Now, do you think that Putin's this claim or wish
Yes.
to acquire Greenland, is it something new? With some fits of his whimsical, I shouldn't use a whimsical, but well, I could say whimsical. He says something in the morning, something in the evening. Whimsical decisions?
Sir, just a clarification. Are you talking about President Trump or?
President Trump said that he wants to acquire Greenland, even if by force. Okay.
Yes.
Is it is it his whimsical claim,
Yes, sir.
wish,
Yes.
or what?
Sir, I believe it's a whimsical claim because we are living in an era wherein the sovereignty as well as territorial integrity is maintained and one country cannot transgress into the other.
If I say that if it is not a whimsical claim,
Sir, I would humbly like to disagree on the same.
why?
Because ultimately in the international law, we are governed by the law, rules and regulations.
Are you aware that the US wanted to buy Greenland in 1987? First it tried in 19th century
Yes.
to acquire Greenland.
Yes.
Are you aware of that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then in 1997,
Yes.
when Alaska was bought by the US at the cost of 7.2 million US dollars
Yes.
from Russia,
Yes.
they wanted to purchase Greenland also.
Yes.
After the Second World War, in 1946, 1947, President Truman wanted to acquire Greenland.
Yes.
So it has got a long history. It's not a whimsical claim. It's not a whimsical claim. He wanted to disagree,
Yes.
but being a history of law,
Yes. Sir, the way he has been saying the use of force, I was pointing to that incident that it can be categorized.
no, even US deployed 6,000 troops in Greenland before the Pearl Harbor.
Yes. Sir.
So use of force was there also.
Yes.
They withdrew after the Second World War. That's a different story. But US did use force to occupy Greenland by force
Yes.
before also.
Yes.
Trump also saying the same thing. Be consistent in your replies, because being a student of law, you should, because this is a hot issue, isn't it? Now, do you think that international affairs now is rule-based or law-based?
Sir, I believe it is largely rule-based or law-based only. However, there are certain exceptions for the same, wherein one country has transgressed into the boundaries.
Exception is the law?
Sir, I believe these are just sporadic incidents.
Sorry?
And these are just one of the few exceptions. However, international law is ultimately governed by the proper rule-based.
International law, when you brought international law, the highest body of international law is the International Court of Justice.
Yes.
Does anybody pay any heed to them, to their decisions?
Sir, I believe in some of the decisions.
Which decision?
Sir, the first one is the Qatar versus Bahrain, wherein maritime dispute was there.
No. Individual countries. ICJ deals with countries, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So which country obeyed ICJ's ruling? Except one. Which country? So you are saying largely international law-based.
Yes, sir.
So how it is law-based? Nobody listens to him.
Sir, but we have instances where...
We have, but which instances? You give me instances. Concrete instances where ICJ's ruling has been followed in the true spirit of law. China rejects.
Yes.
You said many times, China rejects, isn't it? Flatly.
Yes.
So what is the value of international law? Law-based.
Sir, certainly, sir, it still holds a value because it...
Value means moral value.
Yes, sir. And persuasive value, sir.
Persuasive value. Can it persuade? Don't open flags, my dear friend. Persuasive value, which country ICJ has pursued to follow? Name a country.
Sir, one incident is regarding Qatar and Bahrain only.
Qatar and Bahrain, what happened in Qatar and Bahrain?
Sir, this was regarding their maritime dispute. And
If you'll allow me to interrupt, you're sounding as if the next sentence from sir should be, the exception is proving the rule.
This is what I told him.
Okay?
Yes.
So leave it there and move on. You see?
If you say rule-based, if they can bomb Houthis without any justification, if Trump can acquire Greenland, then what about Iraq? Iraq acquired or captured Kuwait, and there is such a hullabulla throughout the international, coalition and they attacked Saddam Hussein's army, they dethroned all these things. They are international law. But here there is no international law. So your answer is current international affairs is not at all rule-based. It is might is right. It is might is right. It is from your subject only, law only. Only I have taken it at a larger canvas. Isn't it? Be consistent and try to, join the dots. Mr. Chairman, thank you.
You see, sir's advice, as this entire argument goes, do not give any such word away which will trap you in the next question. Do not open your own flanks.
yes.
And at such times, if you are fumbling for an answer, because you're going on and on about, at least twice I heard this repetition of the same thing.
Yes, sir.
Yes, there is a problem. Certain things have been, see, you are trained as a law student, so I don't blame you for Your mind said that law is supreme. However, in global affairs, you
Yes.
should be taking the line that domestically, in domestic law, yes, law is supreme.
Yes, sir.
But in international law, by and large, law is what we agree today.
Because there is no enforcing authority.
Because
Yes.
there's no enforcing authority.
Yes, sir.
Sir, so with your permission, you said that generally it is followed. I asked to name a single country which has followed. You could not. You could not. Only in Philippines, President Duarte was sent back, arrested because of the political liability.
वो उस टाइम का क्या सिचुएशन है उसके हिसाब से द पावर्स द रियलिटी ऑफ द ग्लोबल अफेयर्स डिसाइड्स व्हाट इज एक्सपीडिएंट टू डू सो यू नो इट एंड आई नो इट
Yes.
just don't go law in that sense.
Yes.
Right, that's
Yes.
the limited advice. Anyway, from my side, Purnia, how does it get its name?
Sir, there are multiple stories on the same.
Give me the
first
most
one.
popular one.
First one is that the Purandevi Mandir,
Hmm.
which is there in the district. Second one is that if we do bifurcation of the name itself, that is Purna plus Aranya. That is in the ancient past,
There
Purnia
used
was
to be
covered with forest
Forest.
area.
Very good. कुमार आपके नाम में आता है सुनील कुमार गुप्ता.
Yes.
So who was Kumar or is Kumar? Not Rajan Kumar, Dilip Kumar,
Yes, sir.
है ना? तो कुमार कहाँ से आया?
Sir, I don't know, sir. Sorry. I'll have to read.
लॉर्ड मुरुगन, कार्तिकेय, स्कंद, शिव जी के बड़े बेटे, उनका नाम कुमार कहा, वहाँ से आता है.
Yes, sir.
सो वाई कुमार? व्हाट डज इट मीन? कुमारत्व, कौमार्य, ये है ना?
Yes.
These are Hindi words.
Yes.
What do they mean?
Sir, I believe it is unmarried.
No. Kumaratva and Kaumarya. Nothing to do with marriage as such.
Sir, I'll have to read on the same. I don't know, sir.
The purpose of asking you these things is that any word from your DAF can be a question.
Yes,
Realize?
Yes, sir.
It means youthful.
Yes, sir.
Okay? That is
Yes.
what. So please, such things you need to. Okay, you are from the Scenic School.
Yes, sir.
Now there is, I'm not going to ask you the hackneyed question, should there be conscription, should there be 2-year compulsory, वो सब तो आप prepare करोगे ही.
Yes, sir.
There is something called PM Shri, SHRI. What does it stand for?
So it is about the model school,
Yes.
which the schools
Which all
should be
schools are
following.
model and what does SHRI stand for?
Sir, I don't know, sir.
Why is it in the news recently?
Sir, I believe some of the states are not following the guidelines which has been linked with the PMC, and this goes against the central
Which
government
schools are included in the PM Shri Yojana?
Sir, I'll have to read on this.
मैंने सैनिक स्कूल से शुरू क्यों किया? सबसे पहले तो सैनिक ही, फिर
Yes.
केंद्रीय विद्यालय, फिर
Yes.
नवोदय विद्यालय.
Yes, sir.
You see, this is how one question will lead to a second question, third question, and you should get the hint,
Yes, sir.
right? If you are 100% focusing on the question and the way the string of thought is going, you will be able to get the answer,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Drafting, you mentioned the word when you were talking about your own CV, your own DAF,
Yes.
that I was on the drafting side.
Yes.
Now, I have a basic question about law, judiciary in general.
Yes.
Do the courts and the lawyers by implication not spend 80% of the time, maybe 90% of the time in elaborate English drafting, 20 annexures, saying the same thing? In response, I'm also saying denied. Every para has to be responded. So aren't we laying too much emphasis on the form and the structuring and the paperwork instead of the spirit of the law,
Yes, sir.
which is causing so much dilation of, so much of delay in justice, so much dilation of our efforts?
Yes, sir.
What is your opinion? What would you do in real terms if you were to bring reforms
Yes, sir.
to speed up all these 6 crore cases,
Yes, sir.
their disposal? What would you do?
Yes, sir. Sir, first of all, the complex words which are being used by lawyers as well as judges, there should be directive that it should be understood for a layman itself. So words can be simplified.
Okay.
Secondly,
So
sir,
no Latin, no Greek. That's
Yes,
all
sir.
you're saying. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Thank you. What next?
sir, regarding deduction of pendency of the cases, there can be several steps such as
नहीं उस पे नहीं, आप इस पे फॉर्म एंड कंटेंट पे जाइए.
yes, sir. And secondly, sir, the procedure which are there mentioned in several laws, that again can be simplified so as to be understood by the common layman. For example, the terms such as adjournment or ex parte are not understood by the common person. So those words can be simplified.
I'm still waiting for you to tell me. The answer I'm looking for is that a common man should be able to get up and argue his own case.
Yes, sir.
Most lawyers will not like this. उनके
Yes, sir.
पेट पे लात पड़ेगी, but point is that's the spirit.
Yes, sir.
Instead of a 500-page affidavit, if you
Yes,
can
sir.
reduce it to 50 pages, that would be ideal.
Yes, sir.
Or if I'm there's a very famous saying that Mr. P. Chidambaram, when he was finance secretary, he was very fond of saying, even as home minister, that bring it to me in as long details as possible, as you want, but within 2 pages.
Yes.
Make it as detailed as you want, but it should be not exceeding 2 pages. That's
Yes.
the kind of thing I want you to understand. No?
Yes,
Okay. As for pendency, etc., collect your thoughts.
Yes.
Now it's quite clear. Sir has already told you, I have told you a couple of things.
Yes, sir.
Please work on it.
Yes, sir.
Wherever you don't know, please study hard. You have lots of time,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes,
Good 17 days to go.
Yes, sir.
But importantly, you see, in so many ways, there are snap out of your set ideas because you are a lawyer. You have law as a mindset.
Yes, sir.
Global issues, you need to study harder.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's
Yes,
all I
sir.
have to say now. Otherwise, excellent candidature. I don't have any apprehensions about you getting through. How did you do your mains?
Sir, it went well.
Fine
Last
then.
time it was.
DAF, again at the risk of repetition.
Yes, sir.
See, I'm converting your name and your. Just तरह Purnia, you have a command. You should be able to tell me everything about Sumit and Gupta
Period.
era,
Yes, sir.
everything.
Yes, sir.
Even your PIN code, even your
Yes, sir.
mobile number can be a series of questions.
Yes, sir.
All right, so
Now, look, our questions give you hints. Okay. For example, I use the 2 words MOU and agreement. You say that India, they have signed agreement with MOU, agreement with India before MOU with. That's not the question. You gave the answer after repeatedly prodding you. The main thing, go to the main thing and finish it. That is not an elected government. The next government will come and say that I don't care what the previous government has said. Previous interim government, they are not elected. He himself is saying that he is the representative of the students. Matter ends. There is no elaboration. So as chairman will say that, focus on the questions. The answers are there, the cues are there in the questions. International Court of Justice. Who cares International Court of Justice? US is not a member of Court of Justice.
Yes.
USA has unilaterally stopped funding to so many things.
Yes.
Achha, anyway, one thing which I have written here,
Yes, sir.
instead of, for example, this very question, you came to the real answer after 4 sentences.
Yes,
You
sir.
should deliver it right in the beginning.
Yes, sir.
You know it.
Yes, sir.
Fine? So
Yes,
you
sir.
should say that first, and then you'll be prodded. Why do you say this? Then you go into explanations.
Yes.
Make it as crisp as possible. The first 2 sentences, 3 sentences, 4.
Yes, sir.
I'm very happy that in the very next question, when sir said, you said, sir, sorry, I beg to differ,
Yes, sir.
and it is not so. इस तरह होना चाहिए. Discussion can follow later.
Yes.
But your crux of your answer should come out right in the beginning.
Yes.
That's all I have to say.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
the best.
All the best.
All the best.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.